And I'm back. Alright, so decide what I'm going to do is probably break this up into two videos at some point, which I'm sure you already know because the breaking point has already passed. We are now somewhere in the midst of episode 24, and the break point will just depend on how much longer we have to go time-wise in Anchorhead. Alright, so we're healing up. I think we did everything to do in the cantina. Let's see what we can do about that droid. I hear Guild Wars 2 music, so I'm going to minimize this for 1 second and turn off Guild Wars 2. There we go. I am waiting for Quell to spawn, but the sound should be off now. Alrighty, and we're back. Let's see, moving onward. This looks like a droid shop, or not. It's around here somewhere. Maybe it's over there, or over here. I remember it being in this general vicinity. There we go, droid shop. Yay. Glad the load times are quick in this computer.
What is it? What?
Alright, so we have some inoperative droids, utility droid. There's Yukalaka, droid salesman extraordinaire. Some turrets he built. And who could this be? HK-47. That's right, for those of you familiar with this droid, this is where his legend begins, where we first meet him. Of course, he's the inspiration for the HK-50 and 51 series of droids as well. So obviously, as you have, have surely deduced, this is the droid we will be buying. Let's talk to him.
Greetings. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional SciTech Corporation droid.
SciTech, not Aerotech?
And protocol functions. Query: would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
You mentioned battle and protocol. Outline your functions.
Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of
I think it is, because it'll, incentivize me to buy you.
It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Huh. Why are you keeping information to yourself?
Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome
I guess that's true.
To me.
It wouldn't be beneficial to him because he wants to be purchased to get out of here. It would only be beneficial to the guy selling him. How do I know you'll be loyal once the restraining bolt is removed?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
So the only assurance I have he's not going to kill me is that he has incentive not to. Why would you assume that?
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
Alright. I'll see about purchasing you.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Does Yukalaka know you talk about him like this?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you should you purchase me, please.
Hard not to like that guy. I'd rather not use aggressive negotiations with him. Down to 5k from all that gambling I did. Let's see. What do you have available in your shop? You were lucky to come at this time. I have one ready to go. I took just possession of it, an HK-47. A fine protocol translator. I think it has been modified. It claims to understand the Sand People dialect, and also has some armor mounts. Combat ready, perhaps? Perhaps. Let's ask him about HK47. Of course, let me just say that every function I tested has performed perfectly. Those that I could find, anyway. You don't seem to know much about it. The unit has been a little uncooperative. They get that way when they go too long without a memory wipe.
Basilisks were always much more reliable than the stuff you see in the Republic or Sith Empire.
Those were their war droid / mounts, I think. You can leave it alone if you find its mannerisms amusing. It might be a little eccentric, but it's stable. Why haven't you tried to wipe its memory? I would have, but I can't seem to access any inner circuits. It's definitely built for security and built to last. Makes sense. At any rate, it claims it doesn't have access to its own memory core anyway. Could be telling the truth, it's hard to say. I'm interested, let's talk price. Well, normally I'd give a discount because I hear you are a super racer like my brother, but times are hard right now. It's a very solid machine in good shape. I can't let it go for less than 5,000 credits. I wanted to ask one of these things first. I want to ask about HK47. What does the HK47 designation mean? Haven't got a clue. Doesn't match any protocol or utility standard. I assume it's a retired model. Huh. Actually, didn't he mention something about the company that made him? I thought there was an option I didn't choose. I'm not familiar with Sysdig Corporation. What else do they make?
Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say.
All right.
It is sufficient to say that I am a...
Yep. So let's go back to talking to him again. I'm looking for exotics, something called a star map. He says talk to a Jawa. Did the Jawas bring you this HK47? Nope, they don't. Let's see. Mostly they bring in parts. It doesn't say what do you have in stock besides droids? Show me what you have. So he also sells computer spikes, parts, some nice armor for droids. Kind of expensive, actually, if I'm being honest here. Some nice upgrades. This is like their headpiece, essentially. Some shields, stun rays. That's kind of cool. Things are getting expensive, though. Let's see about selling those. Where were they? Those token things that the racer from the races. Probably passed them, didn't I? There we go, brace bonds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure every merchant just does it for 60, despite what he said. So I'm gonna have to spam click this, but I started out, what, 5200, something like that? This should be a hefty pool of credits by the end of it. So take note, if you're good at racing, it is very profitable. Not even sure the Circuit on Manam pays this well. None. Nice, look at all those credits. Well, that was good. 12,000, that's like, yeah. That was over 7,000 credits. Well over. More like 8,000. Alright, no, I guess more like 7,000. Anyway. I still don't want to pay... I don't want to pay the 5,000 for it. I also don't want to really threaten him because Leovara, you know, she's accepted her Jedi training. She wants to help people. She wants to be noble about it. You know, she wants to give up the scoundrel lifestyle and actually give this whole Jedi thing a try. So she's gonna try to be nice. Could I convince you to lower the price a bit? 4,000, not a credit less. That was quick. Desperate to sell. Not really, but the first figure really was a little high. You never know. The occasional person bites right away. Oh, I know that from SWTOR. When you're trying to buy something on the GTN for 5 mil, and you ask the guy like, "Hey, could you do it for 2 mil?" And he's like, "How about 2.5?" And you're like, "Okay." I've done that plenty of times. Sometimes I'll even ask them like 2 mil, and they'll be like, "Yes." And it's like, whoa, that was, you know, a sharp reduction in price. But people are desperate to sell sometimes. I really wish there was a Force persuade. Okay, perhaps I can convince you to go lower. Lower? How low are you expecting me to go? These are difficult times. The debt the droid cover was a large one. All right. So you can repay the 4,000. You can try to persuade him, but I don't have very persuade skills, so that's almost definitely going to fail. I could use force persuade, which is what I'm probably going to do, even if it's a little. I always feel like force persuade is a little shady, but like, I mean, it's a neutral power, so it shouldn't give me dark side points every time I use it. Um, Drop the pressure, I'll see you dead. Now that should give me dark side points, but that seems to be effective, as HK said. I still can't pay that. Just means you're not going to buy it. And you either have to complete the quest without HK just by killing the sand people, if that's even possible. I'm pretty sure it is. Um, or you have to get credits and come back. So I'm gonna try the force persuade. You will lower your price. I deserve it.
You should treat your power with respect.
Yeah, so many dark side points for this.
Force on a whim like it is some toy.
I will lower my price for you. You are deserving. 2,500 credits, no lower. I think that's what this option does anyway, or maybe not. I don't know, but I'll pay that. You will? I mean, of course you will. Let me withdraw those credits. Hey, you weren't lying. Good. Thank you. Goodbye. Hey, no dark side points. Just a scolding. I'll take that. That makes sense because like I could, if I wanted to get dark side points, I could just choose the other option anyway. So yeah, it doesn't make sense to have force persuade if it's going to give you dark side points all the time. So yeah, that cost most of my new credits. Well, not most, but a decent chunk of them. But I'm still in the positives. So that's good. Even after all my gambling and droid purchasing.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
I love HK. He'd be even better as a dark side character, but I will still find him useful. Kill something for me?
Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master.
Travel with me. Actually, wait here. I'll take possession later.
Objection, but
I'm going to replace Canders with him in my party. He's a party member, obviously. I don't know if that was obvious, but he's that guy right there. And the second of the two droids in our arsenal. That's another reason it's good to do Tatooine first. You can pick him up and use him more. Hey, look at that. I have 100 vitality and 100 force. Nice and even. How about that? But yeah, I am going to unequip Canders' stuff. And then keep that. And then swap him out for HK.
statement, my...
Yay. A dark side droid, I like that. Oh, wait. Did I... There we go. Yay, and now I can level him up too. So HK is actually a really good fighter compared to T3. He doesn't have as many skills. Hopefully he has some skills, but let's see. Demolitions. Repair, that's nice. Too bad no security. If you're really, I would actually recommend kind of customizing your party almost beforehand and decide, you know, who you want to take where, what skills everybody gets, so you kind of have at least one person with each of the kind of major useful skills. Computer use, demolitions, I guess awareness, repair, and security, in case you need to use the middle. I mean, you can get through the game without really using computer use or repair, to be honest, but they're fun to have. But I'm kind of doing a mixed match just to show the Let's Play, you know, all the different companions you can use and the pros and cons of each. Alright, so it's too bad he doesn't have more points to spend, because he actually has some pretty, like, these are all class skills. All the ones he can access at least. So you could customize him in quite a few different ways. I'm tempted to do repair is nice because he can actually, that repairs himself, doesn't it? It does, yeah. So that's nice if he uses quote unquote med packs, especially because you can't heal him with cure. So maybe I want to get this up, and then I guess I'll go with demolition because there's already 5 points in it. But really, I'd like to have I'd rather have security, probably, because the mines I can just run through otherwise. Security is nice for like those foot lockers. Sorry, phone call again. And we're back. Hit OK. Well, I didn't get any feats or anything that time. That kind of sucks. For a combat droid, he doesn't seem to get many feats, unfortunately. So, I guess dexterity would be the best for him, better constitution, because, or even intelligence. Do I want to make him a skilled character? I mean, is one dexterity going to make that much difference? I don't know if intelligence actually will either, to be honest with you, because right now it's a +2 modifier. If I made it +3, I think it's... I think the formula is different anyway. I don't even know what the formula is. I'm just going to go with dexterity. Whatever. Skills. Get that repair up some more. I don't think they should have spent the points better before you even get them, because the splitting it 3 ways is just dumb. They should have split it 2 ways. Yay, a feat. He's kind of built with blaster rifles in mind by default. He can't use melee weapons, obviously, being a droid. He can use heavy weapons, or a blaster rifle, or 2 blaster pistols. Or 1 blaster pistol if you wanted to do the dueling route. But yeah, I think it's easier just to go with blaster rifle or a heavy blaster weapon. Or heavy weapons. Let's give him improved power attack. Yay, more level ups. Obviously, the later in the game you get him, the more level ups you'll be able to use. Alright, so now we can start putting points into demolition. Get that up there a bit. Alright. Equipment-wise, do we... I don't know if T3 still has anything, so let's go... Sorry for all the overhead. But I want to see if T3 has... Yep, she does, so let's give him 9. We can always give him back some of this if we start using him again. Alright, cool. HK, just a standard blaster rifle. So we have pretty standard here. These are the same, just you need a heavier armor rating to use this one, but it doesn't really matter because he has enough to use either. I can probably use, let's see, Bendex Blaster. Wow, this does a lot of damage. Progression curve in this game is pretty shallow gear-wise, so even like items you get near the beginning of the game aren't too much worse than the ones you get later on. But 5 to 14 seems to be... God, that alone almost does as much damage. It is modified, that's probably why. This one, can you modify this? You can. So if I upgraded this, it might do even more. We'll have to check that out when we find a workbench to see if I have that upgrade or not. Energy shields. Let's just use a bad one for now. I'm tempted to use a better one because I hit them so infrequently. I probably wouldn't even use the charges on a good one, and by the time I did, I'd have even better ones. But I definitely want to give him a flamethrower because those things are awesome. Let's give him a shield disruptor as his other weapon in case we run into any droids. I guess I might as well give him computer probe. I don't know what else to give him here. Awareness or better blaster pistol thing. Just give him awareness, and I don't have any whatever these are. Alright, so let me get rid of T3 and bring Juhani back. And onward we go. In our quest to save the galaxy from the Sith Empire. Alright, so I think we've now done everything in Anchorhead. Except leave. Oh wait, there was a Jawa. Wasn't there a Jawa? There's always more. Maybe it's this guy. Isis, there he is, like the lead Jawa around these parts. You there, you're kind. Can you help Isis of Jawa? There are troubles from the ghost of the sands. What is it you want, Jawa? Isis I am, leader of the tribe that is mine. You are the same in kind, a leader that stands before your tribe? There are troubles that we have. The giants made of sand. They are horned ghosts that take us away. HK-47, can you help me out here?
Translation. 98% probability that members of the miniature organics tribe are being held by Sand People Master. Doubtless, he wishes assistance.
That's right. I'm trying to think. I thought it was part of the main quest, and then when I'm listening to this, I'm thinking maybe it's just a side quest to rescue the Jawas, but I think you actually do need to do that as part of the main quest anyway. What about the other 2%?
Translation. 2% probability that the miniature organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master.
Alright, so Isis, what do you want me to do? There have been no help given by the great groups that dig with mechanics. Now Isis asks you. I ask that you find us, and then bring away from the people of sand. Then we will offer a trade with you. Long have we scavenged among you and those that came before. We have things you will like for the service. Tell me about those that came before. You stand on Anchorhead, a place named and named again. You come to dig, but it was already dug. Settled over and over. Also long ago, ships fell after battles above. Now we scavenge and find the pieces. You dig the ore and dirt. In time from now, we will dig you, just like digging those that came before. I expect payment if I do this, Jawa. A trade can be made for this for that. Isis will see it done, we think. Alright, so while I'm out there interacting with the sand people, I can see if I can get them to release the Jawas. Or if not, I will just slaughter them all and release them that way. But hopefully we can do this peacefully. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
I have proper authorization.
Well, let's see it. Come on.
Here's my hunting license.
All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too.
Good.
Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Thanks. Hey, Bazak tip. This is all so fast I can't even see the tips. Alright, so that is Anchorhead, so I'm going to end this, which was episode 24, I believe. And we will begin exploring the dune seas of Tatooine in episode 25. I'll see you then.